Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Two Shorts, One Story. I'm your host, Matthew. How are you? I just finished eating a simple dinner of air-fried chicken, leftover fries from a grocery store, and some broccoli. Woo, I usually have rice, broccoli, and chicken as a diet meal. It's good, and I like chicken, but I bought fries and I had a lot, so I saved some for lunch, and I'll have some rice tomorrow and Tuesday instead. That's super exciting. Thank you for listening to that amazing ramble. Today I wanted to talk about last week. Last week was crazy in that I had to I had to figure out how to apply for repayment assistance for my student loans. And it was very difficult to do so because I changed my phone number. I never really thought how difficult it would be to deal with stuff in Canada if I don't have the right phone number. I never really thought about that when I moved to Japan. It's something that never crossed my mind. But the amount of things that need two-factor authentication is just unbelievable. And so I had quite a difficult time just trying to get everything ready to make sure that I could do the repayment assistance. It's just been quite difficult. And I've had questions, and I've had to call Canada, and I had to deal with the time zone changes, so I had to stay up till 11 and ended up being up till 12. I wasn't feeling good at all last week. I was quite sick. I needed sleep. So it wasn't good, but I did it. I figured out everything that I need to do, and I will send my application tomorrow, and it will be sent to Canada via mail. So it's very exciting, and hopefully that will alleviate some of my stress in regards to my finances, which are always great. But yeah, so if you are going to a different country, make sure that you know to change your number, because sometimes you need to deal with that. It was just so complicated. And I did that, so that was good. The other thing that happened last week, well, it happens every week. I'm studying for the JLPT, which, by the way, as recording this, it is Sunday. It is the 14th of June, so that means I have 21 days until the test. Now, this is the fourth time I'm taking the JLPT, as you know. I have many stories on this podcast about JLPT and whatever, but this time I am feeling, I'm not nervous about the test. Maybe I'm a little bit nervous, but at this point, I've taken this test, 3 times already. I know what to expect. I've been in many different settings. I've been in classrooms to take this test. I've been in weird not apartment complex, but it is a school, Japanese language school perhaps, or international school complex that looks like an apartment. There's floors. I've been there. The third one, I was in a big open area. That was crazy. So I'm used to this test. I just want to pass. I don't want to take this test again. So I'm going to study really, really hard in order to not have to take this test. So last week, I knew that I need to work on my grammar because it's such an important thing for the JLPT. Even though I study grammar all the time, it's good to have drills. So I brought out my trusty old little drill book that is 500 questions, and you just do a little bit each day, or you can do a whole week in one day and do it over 5 days. So I had fun with it. It was something nice, and I do like drilling. So I ended up having time. So I did 1 week in one day, and I would just check what I got wrong. Mainly, I get stuff like moji, which is just seeing the vocab without any context, I guess. Like there's no kanji usually, and you have to make sure that you're using the right word. It's not like here's the word and what is the reading of that word. Is you have to use the right word in the right context, and I have problems with that. I have trouble because I don't really know the context, the proper context. Sometimes I get the grammar wrong too, and I will check that and just, iron out the wrinkles. But yeah, vocab was quite hard. But I decided to buy another book for grammar because I want to do more practice than I am. So I bought a book that was suggested on Reddit called Drills and Drills. And that's basically what it is just drills, just specifically to grammar. And it gives more of a detailed explanation of the correct grammar, how it's used, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I did a little bit on Saturday of that book. I went to Starbucks because I wanted a little bit of a different area to study in. And I got myself a banana honey frappuccino, woohoo. And I did some work on that. And it was good. I did pretty good. I got some wrong, but not all of them. I want to be at the stage where I get all of them correct. And today I did a practice test on Boom Pro. For those who don't know, Boom Pro is an app that you can get on your phone, and you can access it on your laptop as well if you need to. But it is a shadow repetition system based app that focuses on JLPT grammar and vocab. But I'm mainly using it for grammar now because that's what's really important, because there's so many vocab words that you can study, but they might not even show on the test. So I have been doing grammar that way. So they also have tests that you can do. So I did a practice test today. And to be honest, I wasn't very pleased with my result. I put it on ChatGPT because I just, need to figure out what to do. But it's basically the same test on the grammar and that kind of stuff. So I can't find exactly, but overall I got like a 61%, I believe. I think I got a 65% on the language knowledge and reading, and I got a 56% on listening, which, to be honest, I was shocked about because usually I'm really good at listening, but I had trouble with some of the questions, and particularly question 3, which comprises of you listening to the conversation and you have to summarize what they're talking about. I wasn't listening. I was thinking about other things, and I did really bad on that section. But I came to a realization, because I'm doing this practice test, that I need to work on vocab, because I was weak on that too, and listening, particularly how to answer this question 3. So I am trying to figure out what I need to do. I need to be more efficient. I was talking to a friend about this, to be more efficient with my studying. I can study every day, but am I really getting the most benefit out of it? What can I do better? So I'm trying to figure that out as well. So I'm in the process of doing that. But yeah, it's difficult. And I'm frustrated because I should be able to I should be able to answer all the grammar at this point because I've studied for this test 4 times. But still not the case. So I just got to keep on working hard. And that's all I can do, really. But this time I'm going to take the test not what I'm going to say. I want to say a different approach. I'm not wondering like, oh, I wonder if I will pass. The thought process that I have, or the mindset I have for this test right now, is I'm going to pass. I'm saying it because I have studied grammar every day. I've studied vocab. I've done all reading. I'm still doing it. I'm meeting my tutor every week this month and the first week of July because I need to pass this test. I need to pass it. And related to finances, I guess, kind of, for those who haven't seen Nintendo Direct, Nintendo released Nintendo Direct, which basically just showcases all the upcoming games, updates, and DLC that will be coming in the next year, 2026, 2027. And I did not watch it, but I heard some news, and so I looked at it too. And yeah, it looks exciting for the Nintendo Switch. There's some games that are coming out that I would love to play. And I've always been thinking that I kind of want a Nintendo Switch 2, even though I'm wondering if I will play it or not. But since March, I've been like, I want a Nintendo Switch 2. So I was thinking, if I pass this test, I find out at the end of August if I pass the JLPT. If I pass this test, I will buy myself a Nintendo Switch 2. And I can because I'm not going to pay my Alberta student loan. So I'll have plenty of money to do that. So that's my little gift, my little bribe to myself. So yeah, this month I'm going to be really focused on studying every day. I'm going to get a headache. That's what my friend said. If you don't get a headache while studying for the N1, you're not doing it correctly. So every day I'm going to try and study as much as possible. I'm going to give myself a headache. I'm going to study. Hopefully everything goes well with the finance stuff because I don't want a headache in that area. But yeah, if you're also going to take the JLPT, I hope that you do well. And I hope that your study methods are going well. If you have any questions, or you just want to complain, you can message me on Instagram. I'm always available, just 2shores_1story. Please put a comment on the Instagram or message me. I would love to hear from you. And I think that is the end of this episode, so I will see you later.